Hi everyone. I've been spending the last week assembling all the video footage from the French trip which we had at the back end of September, and I've been a bit disappointed with the sound that's been coming through whilst I've been vlogging. So I've decided to take a look at it, just to let you know what I'm running at the moment. So I'm using a Shoei helmet, which I attach the GoPro to the front of. This is a Shoei GT Air 2, which has with it the Sena SRL2 communications device, which I think is built specifically for it, actually. And then what I'm doing is I'm Bluetoothing to the Sena off my phone, which is a Samsung A53, so relatively cheap phone. I initially used the out-of-the-box voice recording software on here, and then I upgraded it to something more specific, which gave me some better quality. Today I've had a look at the software which I'm using. I've just switched a couple of aspects of this thing on for noise reduction and better quality. So today what I'm doing is I'm taking the Royal Enfield out for a bit of a spin with that new setup running to see what sort of sound I get. So stick with me for that. The video starts with a bit of intro just about the sound stuff, and then I'm just chatting about what's been happening lately, so hopefully it's of interest. I do a quick summary at the end, so yeah, stay tuned. Cheers.
Oh, hello everybody. Out on a Saturday, out on my Royal Enfield. Done 187 miles on this thing now, so it's getting quite close to a first service, which is due at 300. Just popping out today just to get a sound check. I've made a slight alteration to the way that I'm recording sound in the hat, and I want to see if it makes any difference. So I've spent the afternoon watching various YouTubers and their advice regarding motorcycle vlogging. I haven't found anybody yet who's attempting to use the integrated microphone with the communication system. So I'm running a Sena SRL2, I believe. I can't find anything where anybody's attempting to vlog using this setup. And I'm not really completely satisfied with the sound that I've been getting. So I'm currently piecing together all the videos footage from France. And really, I'm a little bit disappointed with it all, really. But there you go. Live and learn. So what I have done is I've decided I'm going to buy more kit. So I'm getting another camera because the GoPro which I've got, which is I think GoPro 7 Silver, it doesn't support an external mic, so yeah, I'd rather have my sound integrated with the video recorder and be able to use an external mic. I think that'll go a bit better. So I've got some kit turning up tomorrow, so I might tack on to this video a slightly different setup. No, I won't do that actually. Step that. I won't be able to do that because I won't be getting the special GoPro audio adapter that you have to buy. I won't be getting that until, I don't know, sometime during the week, Wednesday maybe. I think they've given me a preliminary date, but they, yeah, funny old game, these places that you order online. They tell you a sort of delivery frame, and then they let you place the order, and then they decide, right, okay, well, when we've got it, we'll let you have it, and then the delivery frame will be whatever it is. All a bit, well, shit, really, to be honest. They can't give you a date for delivery. They shouldn't be messing you about, really, as far as I'm concerned, but there you go. It is as it is. Let's just pop up here. I don't want to do too many miles. This is yet more dual carriageway, which is a bit of a waste, but anyway. We will get some blowing wind noise, so we'll see how she copes with that. Got to keep her below 4 grand as well on the running. Yeah, so new setup. So I'll have 2 cameras going. I think the advantage of the GoPro 10 is that I can use voice control on it. Whether that'll work within the hat with all the wind noise going on around, I don't know. But having the sound isolated onto the GoPro so that the unit's giving me both the video footage and the sound I think is going to be a much better solution, simply because I'll just be able to, pause the video, switch it back on again. So if I'm doing long routes, I can look out for the good bits and pause the video and switch it back on again, rather than what I was doing in France, which is, it's a bit too much hassle, really. You've got to get from A to B. You're just going to stick it on until it runs out, and then you're going to finish your journey. And that's not really giving great content, I have to say. Going to publish that stuff, which I've done for France anyway. Otherwise, it's just a waste of it. But, yeah, you learn. So, yeah. So, high hopes for this new setup. So, I'll be releasing videos on the French trip over the next few weeks, and just really spending a bit of time to reassess how I want to get the vlogging done, uplift the quality of it all, and get it all working a little bit better. Just find a bit better of a direction, I think, really. So, just on the Enfield, so 191 miles. I don't think I'm going to do a test ride on this thing until I've run it in. I don't think there's much point in posting a test ride when I can only do 4,000 RPM. I did that for the Triumph Tiger 660, and really, the bike's castrated until you can twist the throttle and go for it. You're just not really experiencing the bike at all. So I'll be patient with this one. I guess I could do a short video on just running it in, maybe including its first service in there, but yeah, actually, and on the subject of running in, I shouldn't really be sitting on a motorway sitting at 3,000 RPM either. That's not a good way to smooth your bores out for longevity. But anyway, that was only a short trip. So what are we going to do? Well, we've come out this far, and the roads are dry. We could just pop down there a little bit. Maybe it was 3,000 RPM it's not supposed to go above. I don't know. I doubt it makes much odds, to really be honest. It's like we're going to clear the 200, so yes, I'm going to be very close to needing that first service done. A bit reticent to book it in, though. That's the problem, because we're now in. Oh, there he goes. He's in a hurry. We're now in the latter stages of October. Dry today. It was, well wet this morning. In fact, there's a foot of water in my bucket out by the dustbins around the back of the garden at the moment, and I certainly left that bucket empty when I shoved it out there. So there's been a lot of rain of recent, and I think just over the last couple of days there's been quite a bit. But anyway, back to the service. I don't really want to be running it over in the pissing rain, really. I wanted to keep this bike pretty much clean without having to spend hours cleaning it, because this thing is all about its looks and its metalwork, which is all exposed. So it's going to look pretty tired if you let it tarnish and go shit. So, yes, didn't really plan running this thing in too well. But there you go, been busy. Went off to France. I picked it up early September, was in France. So that took pretty much quite a bit of time. We've done a trip down to Kent in betweeny. Weather hasn't been that cracking, so all in all, just really haven't had the chance to get out on this too much, but yeah, left it a bit late now. Anyway, what I'll probably do is I'll give him a ring this week, try and get it slotted in for early November, and then if the weather's shite, well, I'll either have to be mean and just say, oh, I'm not coming, which is a bit unfair, or dribble over there at 20 miles an hour and just hope it doesn't get covered in crap. Anyway, focus on the road a little bit. What are we in? Yeah, we're in top whack. Woo! Take her up a little bit, see what she's on. I've never really been at this sort of speed on her before, but this is all quite new. Doesn't give too much sound. I do want to get an aftermarket exhaust and plonk it on it, because I think something like this, you want a bit of noise around it, don't you? It kind of gently purrs along. It doesn't kind of give anything at all, really. Probably have some lagging dampness on the road as well, I would think. Yep, there we go. There's some. That'll be getting her all dirty too. I do want to avoid getting her dirty, really do. The thought of sitting here, lying down next to this thing with a toothbrush, trying to clean out all the fins and everything, really horror show. Don't want to do it. I'm not sure how it would go down giving it a power shower either, to be quite honest with you, I would think. So I use a jet wash on all my bikes. I'm not sure how well it would go down on this one. Well, evenings drawing in as well. I'm not sure. I haven't got a clock on this, obviously, have I? So I think it was about 4, just after 4:30 when I left earlier on. So the nights are drawing in. What are we today? I think we're around about the 21st of October, I think. Today. Drop it down. Whee! 21st of October, yeah, so we can expect the clocks to be changing here in the UK in just under 2 weeks' time, so not, well, it might be next weekend, actually, thinking about it. They do it on the Sunday, close to the 31st. Yeah, so that will be miserable. So then I think it's getting darker around about 5:30 at the moment. So 6 o'clock, something like that. Well, I should imagine once they dip it back, obviously, the evenings will close in. On the plus side, we'll get a bit more light in the morning. So I do cycling in the morning. So that'll open up cycling again, early morning. Can't do that now because it doesn't really get light till about 7:15 in the morning. So that'll flip to, well, yeah, 6:15. Get some early rides in before the traffic kicks off. So that's one plus point. But otherwise, misery. And it all draws in pretty quick too. Over the railway bridge. Down to the right. Into the 40. Aha, love it. Nice thing about this bike, the seat warms up under your arse. So it's a bit chillier tonight, or this afternoon, so kind of like having, let's take that down. Whoa, not really concentrating there. So it's like having a heated seat, except the heated seat is permanently on. So it's all right now. Well, let's take the speed down, Benji. Not good enough. Heated seat permanently on, so midsummer it gets a bit irritating, but this evening it's a bit cooler, quite nice. It tends to kick in at about 20 minutes or so, and then by the time it's run up to about half an hour, you can really feel that the seat's quite hot. I think that's one of the reasons why I probably wouldn't take this for any great distance. I certainly wouldn't go touring on it. Sweaty arse syndrome. Horrible. There we go, back into a 40, up the hill. Typical Cambridgeshire crap road surface that they can't be bothered to repair. It seems no matter how much road tax they get, they don't seem to be spending it on repairing the roads, which they just left to fall to bits. some of these roads down here, around here have absolutely hair-raising holes in the bloody things. It's a nightmare on a bicycle as well. You keep having to swerve out the way of the bloody things, and that pisses off all the drivers. Can't win. Good old bumpy road, this. Suspension's doing alright. I'm surprised actually. I thought it'd be clattering around, but it seems to be doing it, even with my massive weight on the thing. I think this is the sort of road which the Enfield is most at home on. Something where 60 miles an hour can be quite fast. So you're not having to wide open the throttle to get your thrills. You can get them at a sensible speed. So yeah, this sort of road Enfield working out quite nice on. I think actually it could probably do something a little bit tighter, really. Down, open her up. Ha-ha! Managed to sneak this one in because it's a beautiful dry road actually. Really nice. It's probably the most I've opened this bike up since I've had it actually. I have literally just been pottering around town on it. I went to the pub, went out to the pub on it when I first got it. I took it over to a friend to have lunch. Again, pretty much when I first got it. And then really it's been sat in the shed, not really doing too much since. Well, not entirely, because I have been using it just to pop into town. Because you can just sling it on the pavement outside the shops. And that works out quite well. And I can't stand paying parking in council car parks. There's nothing that irritates me. Well, there are plenty of things that irritate me more than that actually, but that's certainly one of the things that irritates me. Ripping you off for parking at their local shops, which are dying out. Yeah, anyway, enough about that. Ooh, very nice. Beautifully smooth bike, this really is. I do love that colour scheme, that blue. Absolutely stunning. Love it. Oh. So just on the right down here, I think we passed them actually, is the motorcycle outfit that, I think they are, Moto Edit. Yeah, there they are. Moto Edit. So they have been helping me try to get the Honda from Qatar registered and up and going. So they've been MOTing the blasted thing, servicing it, sorting out some bits and bobs. It had some bent wheels when it was over in Qatar. So they got them banged out and smoothed out. So fit better, banged a couple of new tyres on it, gave full service. Did the brake pads. I need to go back to them actually because I'm not happy with the brakes. They're not. When I finally get it on the blasted road, I'll let them bed in a little bit. But at the moment, they're not performing as I want them to. The brakes, so I'll have to bleed them out or something. There might be some air in them. But anyway, Moto Edit, good crowd. I can come and pick the bike up for you, sort it all out, and then bring it back. Obviously, they're very keen bikers. Good place, love it. Yeah, so the Honda. So I've applied for licensing twice now. Once last year, and I was just too busy to resubmit at the time. so I didn't bother. So then I gave it another go this year. Had to get it re-OT'd. And I got a rejection back. I sent the application off just before. Yeah, so I sent the application off for registration, first registration, just before we all piled off to France. So got the result of that back whilst I was away. So came back from France, opened up the envelope, to massive disappointment to say, no, they weren't going to do it. They needed original documentation of bits and bobs, and I hadn't filled out the check properly either. So anyway, I've given it another go. There's nothing to lose on it, really. Yeah, nothing to lose on it, really. So I spent 5 or 10 minutes writing out the check as perfectly as I possibly could to make sure that there was no mistakes of it, and then wrote a pleading letter to them to say, please, please, please proceed and register the bike, because all I've got is scanned images of the document. So I'll either do that or I'll have to scrap it or break it. I don't want to do that. So I'm hoping that they're just sending out a standard letter on the basis that the check's no good, and they'll do it. High hopes, high hopes. So that went in a little over a week ago now, I think. So I would be expecting to hear from them this week. So I am so bloody hoping it's going to come up trumps. Really am. But anyway, not think about it too much. It'll happen. I keep looking at the front door every morning when I come down, or when I'm halfway through the day, thinking, oh, maybe it'll be there, maybe it'll be there. Ooh! Nothing yet. Patience, patience. Yeah, so they said if you haven't got the documentation, just provide what you can and give an explanation. So I've done that. I've done that repeatedly, actually, but they still keep stating the same thing. But I think it's probably because the check's been wrong 3 times. I don't know. They did ask for an aging certificate when it first went in, so I did actually do that. So that's one thing that I have actually changed from the original submission. So there we go. And that's actually what took me so long to resubmit, because I gave Honda a ring and said, oh, can you give me an aging certificate? And they said, oh, I don't know anything about that. We don't do that. Oh dear. Which is odd, because I read up about it and they did do it, so I couldn't quite understand why they wouldn't, but it was just a brick wall with no entry. So I waited a year and rang up the same number again, and oh yeah, we can do that for you, sir, no problem whatsoever. It'll be 30 quid, is that all right? Oh yes, please proceed. So I don't know who answered the phone last year, but they didn't have a clue, not a clue. How exciting! I am so looking forward to getting this new kit, though. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you soon.
Well, what a surprise. I'm amazed by that. I've just been assembling the soundtrack from the trip that we just had, and the difference seems to be astronomical. I'm really surprised. So I'm currently on a free version of this recording software at the moment on this telephone here. So I think what I'm going to do is buy it and see if I get more features and see what happens next. Cheers.